So hello everyone. Yeah, that's right, I am selling my Sportster, and by the time you watch this video, it would have already been sold. Yeah, it's a yeah, I know it's probably very unexpected for most of my regular viewers. Jeez, this is... But yeah, I had to take this tough decision. Trust me, it's a very difficult decision for me. I really didn't want to sell it, but I had to take this decision primarily because this bike is getting a little too expensive for me to maintain, and for the money that I'm spending on it, I'm not getting enough in return. I mean, I don't get to ride it that often. I mean, considering the amount of downtime it has, each time something goes wrong and you have to get the replacement parts, wait for them to arrive, then get it replaced. You know, it takes a lot of time, and so you end up spending the money anyway, but you don't get to ride it as often. And also, as you might have seen, most of my riding happens in the city, and even if I'm out on the highways, there are times when you have to ride in congested areas. So this is not the ideal bike for that, and I've already talked about that in many videos. Mainly the heating issue, and I don't mind having the heat on myself. I'm okay with it, but for this bike, the heat actually affects the engine. As you already know, I had to replace my rocker box gaskets, which I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but I suspect it's most likely because of the overheating. So yeah, I don't want to have such problems. I mean, I know now I have the new rocker box gaskets, probably won't have that same issue again, but each time it overheats, it starts knocking, and I know that's bad in the long run. So it kind of detracts from the pleasure of motorcycling when you have such problems. So yeah, see, ideally I would have liked to retain this bike and gone for something else, but the way it is, I can't really afford to do that. I can't really afford to have two bikes. So yeah, and I already have the Vespa. Also, our apartment association rules say that you can't have more than two-wheelers. So I currently have two. So only if I get rid of one, I can get another one. And yeah, it's tough. I mean, you may think that okay, there's so many problems with this, you can just sell it and get something better. But I've had this bike for so many years. This is the bike that I had for the longest amount of time, and that I've ridden the longest, and also done quite a bit of work on it myself, you know, and that involved a lot of research and reading and actually doing a lot of the things myself. So I've kind of grown attached to this bike, you know, personally. So even though it's not ideal for me, it feels like something very personal. So it's very hard for me to get rid of this. And yeah, so things that I don't like about this bike, yeah, I talked about the heating issue and how unsuitable it is for city riding and or congested roads. Also, it does not have ABS, so that always kind of scares me. And also the brakes themselves are not that good, you know, and so I'm always having to keep that extra safety distance, and you know what I mean, right? So of course I know ABS is relatively new to motorcycling. Say some 10 years ago, ABS was not a common thing, if it was even there at all on motorcycles, I'm not sure. So people used to ride back then without ABS, and they were fine. But yeah, now that you know that such a thing exists and that it can keep you safe, you want to have it. Mainly because, I mean, it's not like traction control or other electronic gimmickry. This thing actually matters. This thing actually can prevent accidents in real life conditions. So yeah, it does matter. So today this ride is probably the last ride on this. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to sell it off, but yeah, I don't know. So, and as it is, I'm not really riding this much on for my commutes anymore. So yeah, let's see. And once I set it off, by the way, I may not be getting another bike for well, I may not be getting another bike immediately, because I still haven't decided what I'm gonna get, and also I may have to spend some time working out my finances, because I don't want to get something cheap just because I'm not able to afford something better immediately, you know, because I may again regret it a year or so down the line. And then again getting rid of that and buying another one, that's again further loss of money. So I'd rather wait and get something good to begin with. What am I considering? Quite a few things actually, quite a few bikes. For one, the Benelli TRK 502, that really caught my attention. Mainly because it's a big bike. It's good for touring, because you know, I really want to have the touring capability, because I do ride with my wife and luggage to far off places. Well, not that far off, but you know, you've seen my tours. So that's a good one, but only problem with that is the 500cc engine is not powerful enough for such a big bike. So again, I may get tired of it pretty soon. For touring capable bikes, I think that's about the only one in my budget range. Although I may be able to stretch and go to, well, maybe a Versys 650, or I don't know. Ideally, a Versys 1000 would be perfect for me, but yeah, that's a little too far on the price range. Also, the V-Strom is a good option, by the way, the V-Strom 650. And otherwise, sometimes I just feel like getting a basic Ninja 650 or even a Z650, you know. Now, of course, I know absolutely no two-up touring capability on those, but yeah. They're gonna be fun to ride, solo at least, when you're not carrying any luggage. See, I'm still looking for 6th gear on this one. Oh, by the way, you might have noticed I put on my Vance & Hines slip-ons again. because I think whoever is interested in buying it, they'd prefer having that over the stock slip-ons. See, another reason why I want to take why I want to get a new bike is the terrain capability of this one. See, I was kind of thinking of making a U-turn. I could have taken that side road there and taken a U-turn underneath the flyover, but I kind of suspect the road there is going to be pretty bad. And this one, not that it can't take bad roads, but it's very difficult, and there's a good chance of getting stuck or damaging your underside because the ground clearance is really low. So yeah, I would preferably like to get a bike which can do bad roads. So that's one of the reasons why I like the TRK so much. But yeah, like I said, the engine kind of I think it leaves a lot to be desired. Although I haven't test ridden it, the problem in India is even if you get to test ride one from the dealership, usually the rides are so short, and they'll be in the vicinity of the dealership, so in urban streets. We don't really get to explore the bike fully, to get a good idea of what it's going to be like to ride when you buy one. So I rode up to Kolar, and I'm taking a detour on the way back because kind of don't want this ride to end, although on these roads right now the road is good, but I don't know what the other sections are going to be like, and some of them can be a little too bad for this bike. I can take it, but yeah, I mean, it may be a little stressful, but still, since it's possibly the last ride with this bike, yeah, why not explore some new routes? It's emotional, it is emotional for me. A lot of brick kilns around here. So that's about it, guys. I'm gonna end the vlog here, just maybe do a long outro if I find good roads like these, you know. But yeah, those of you who subscribe to me, I would suggest you don't unsubscribe just because I'm selling my Harley, because the thing is, I'm not going to be doing that many videos, and so even if you stay subscribed to me, it's not going to bother you. Maybe occasionally I'll do a few videos on the Vespa, and maybe some of them will be about my research on the next bike. Wow. This is a nice road, isn't it? So yeah, guys, if you're looking forward to more Harley videos from me, that's probably not gonna happen, because there's a really slim chance that the next bike is gonna be another Harley. Maybe sometime far away in the future, maybe. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. I do like Harleys. It's just that for my conditions, most of them are not ideal, and they're really expensive. So yeah, if you were hoping to find more Harley videos from me, I'm really sorry, but stick around. Let's see what comes up ahead in the future. Alright, guys, Volatile 42 signing off, and also the Sportster Super Low signing off for good. Bye, guys.